right, we're back with the number. Guys, listen, guys. Commentary. When it comes to commentary, listen. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing interesting to talk about. Now I just do commentaries after I play games, right? So I sorry to the people that came for commentary about industry, blah blah, whatever happened. I just don't. I don't got nothing to say. Except for this, the day before. Now, guys, if you were a soldier back in the day and you subscribed early when I was around 200, 300, you would know that I was the one touting that the day before is fake. And I don't mean fake as in the game doesn't exist. I meant fake as what they're showing you is not real. I knew that. I knew it from the second Big Fry posted it. I was like, what's this game? Oh. And then he looked at it kind of funny. And I was like, oh, I'm looking at it crazily. Especially the first trailer. Guys, as soon as I saw the circle reticle for a pistol, I knew this game was not like I'm gonna keep on saying fake, but when I say fake, I mean like not what they're showing. So basically, like tech demo, like baiting people, basically. So I knew it was fake from the beginning. Look at all the shit that's not in the well. Okay, I haven't played the game, so I'm not in depth with all the customization. But I promise you, it doesn't look like this. Okay, I saw the fiasco. I was live for a couple of them. I missed. I instead of watching the Game Awards because I'm still playing Cyberpunk, I don't want to get spoiled. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see this after I finish it. So there's no spoiling. So for the people that try to spoil me on Detroit Become Human, I'm glad I already like watched it and I'm just doing my playthrough because I never played it and I already got them banned out. So they don't gotta worry about that. But I seen it live. Seen everybody play it. Seen like the terrible glitches. They said it was gonna be open world. Many people. It was not open worlds. It was literally an extraction shooter. Terrible. They had bro. Now the funniest thing is they had AI voices and AI written scripts. And guys, listen, I am in AI 90% of my time. So for people that's like, oh, AI, you can make fake stuff and misinformation, and you're not gonna know the difference. Yes, in the future that's gonna happen. It will happen, right? But as of now, it is stupidly easy to tell. Especially ChatGPT, because that's the one I use mainly, and I used a couple other ones too. If you say write me a letter about this, I can literally in a couple quick notations know if it's fake because AI has a certain way of talking, and even if you say use more relaxed words or use more minimalistic words, use more calm words. Even when that happens, they'll reduce like their like big words, but they're gonna replace them with obviously obviously dumbed down words. Like you could tell that the AI written this. The reason when I first saw people play like the doctor person that works you up at the beginning, I was like, damn, this nigga don't got no type of voice acting. But then he said your what that weird shit he said was your speech organ, yeah. He said your speech organ seems to be functioning properly. Now I know certain people like say weird things, and that's kind of like the stereotype for doctors to be like the weird ones, right? But the thing is, I was like, damn, whoever this voice actor is, English is not first language. Because you know how some people that's not English not the first language, they sound kind of like robotic. And then as soon as you got to the black nigga, the leader or whatever, I was like, oh, I know for a fact that is AI. And then when we rewind to go look at the doctor, I can tell it easily because they use certain words a lot. Like if you tell them to, all right, you're this character, I need you to make lore. They will make some generic ass lore real quick. All right, like using AI in games for writing scripts, voices, coding is okay if you modify it. My game right now that's probably not out yet, Blue Man's Book got stupid amount of AI in it. Okay, well, okay, it doesn't because it's going on Steam. It does not contain any AI. Jeez, Louise. But let's pretend like it did, right? I have a script. I told it to write me out an entire script. I went through the entire thing, sentence by sentence, and I checked it if it was good. I removed some big words, like I removed some stupid words. It loves using the fucking word. What's the word? They love using. I can't think of it right now, but they use like not big words, but it's like words that you trying to fit that word in. Like there's no way that you could have left that word off and that sentence would have been perfectly fine. Like authentageous and um advantage, and like they use a lot of sweetener words, right? And you could tell real easy. So using AI voices is crazy, especially when you got volunteers and I don't care about the volunteer situation. If you volunteer to work on the game, you volunteer to work on the game. I don't. People's crying about it. It's not being paid labor. If you choose to work on the game, you can't cry. They're not getting paid. Like that's their choice to work on the game. So you could go ahead and. I don't know what people crying about that part. It is weird to use, volunteers to make a game, but the freelancers is the same thing except they get paid. So it there's no difference. I don't care either way about that. I just told everybody it's fake. I'm just here for my aha moment. I told you so. Like I'm pretty sure everybody knew it was fake and they still wanted to buy into it anyway just to be a part of it. And yet there is like a few people that's like, it could have got better. Guys, it could have got better if Fantastic would have stayed there, would have stayed developing. But 4 days out, they said, shit. Shit, I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? They just full on just like did not accept responsibility. They ain't trying to make the game better. They just ducked, okay? And also one thing I figured out soon was they're lying about their like server numbers. You notice how every time let's say you play Rust, another survival game in the same vein as what they're trying to be. You click Rust, you go to server browser, you see how it gives you a number of how many people's in the server? You see how they do that? They say, okay, number. All right, boom. But if you click the day before, it says high, full. Well, that's only two I've seen. I don't know if it says low or medium or whatever, but that's only two I've seen. That's what it says. And don't you think that's a little weird? My suspicion, my hypothesis as a game designer is that they're lying about. Well, obviously they're not. Well, they're not lying about it, but they're obviously not showing it for a reason. I believe that they gotta have at least 5 people in the server. I really believe that. Not it's not gonna be that low. And that the central hub, you'd be like, okay, I see like more than 5 people in the central hub. The central hub can be a different place. That's all. The central hub is a whole different server. So you got this battle server, you got the central hub server, and then the building server where you get your homestead, whatever the fuck that was, right? So you could have like the home server, you could have the home base server to be like 30 players, but then when you get out into the other servers, they'll put you in a battle server with like 5 people. Doesn't it make sense? On launch day, it had many thousands of people, and if you went into the battle zone, one maybe two, you know, don't you think that's kind of come on? I haven't played it, so I'm not saying from experience, but I've never seen a developer not show the player list for a multiplayer game that deals with combat. Now this probably happened in like some like like I can't remember. I can't say I've never seen it because I feel like I have seen it somewhere, but I haven't. It's not often, and especially not in like a multiplayer like battle sense. That doesn't work. So that's why it's confusing, and that's why I believe that. But I knew it was fake from the beginning. Bro, the car alarms. They don't. The range of drop off is so giant. They can fix that, and literally, they can literally fix that. Hold on. Okay, yeah, okay, they can fix that faster than the amount of time to boot up the game, like the editor, like if it was made in Unity, to click Unity, it will take at least a good like 3 minutes, 4 minutes for everything to boot up, and then to boot up the hub, and then boot up the actual Unity editor, the game designer, and then altogether it probably be like rounding around 4 minutes if your computer is slow. They can fix that less than 4 minutes. It's literally drop off curve. If it's not a curve, then you could just reduce like the drop off box. It takes literally a second. Anybody that tested it would know that. That's why I'm confused of why the volunteers. It had to be like some. It had to be done fast. They had to be in a rush because some of the volunteers are trying to. Some people saying the volunteers are credible, and they didn't mean well. That the people at Fantastic didn't like help them, but like, yeah, like I'm saying, like how you overlook that one? It's either nobody test played it and they just threw implementations, no play, right? Or they were just going fast. Like I'm guessing that they're like no implementation. That's my guess. Like no implementation, and they're just going fast. That's what I think. Because it's getting to a point where it's like, bro, like this is a sad display. And I'm not surprised, and I don't know why it got. The reason I believe it got so high profile is because it was on Steam. It's the number one on Steam wish list. That's the only reason I think it's like a high charting, but I don't. I don't see how you could have hope. People are like, I have hope for this. I'm a little skeptical. No, you should be fully skeptical. I like all the videos on it. Their past projects. They made fucking Prop Night. Now they're gonna make the biggest survival open world shooter. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Like especially the zombies. Oh my god, the zombies, bro. The maximum zombies you could possibly fight at that one time is four, and that's the highest. People have been saying three is the highest. We got a new achievement, guys. Four. Four is a horde. They're technically not lying. We can't sue them now. Like, come on, man. This is ridiculous. The giant faces. I've never seen. Well, I have seen like giant, like body stretching, but not when the player was still alive. I don't know what's going on with that perspective stuff. It's networking it's networking because if you could still shoot the player, if you can shoot the player, then it would just be like visual or it'd be like incremental growing glitch that happens sometimes with custom characters and like 3D models when it comes to multiplayer. But you can still shoot them. So that's server side networking issues, and I'm about to dabble in multiplayer, so I'm not the most uh knowledgeable when it comes to that, but I can tell you for a fact it's multiplayer. So, well, obviously, because 2v2, but I for person mercenary, you know the deal. But I'm looking at this trailer now, and I'm like, first of all, this isn't the trailer I wanted to pull up. I wanted to pull up like the game trailer where they was like going through like the like cornfield and they escaped the bunker and then the police showed up or something or somebody in a police car. That's the one I wanted to see because that was the one that was most fake. This was the newest gameplay trailer that you know they threw on a female character model to get all those to get those eyes. But it looks, we're just going around some assets. Look, four zombies. Nope, it was three. And it looks look they're reacting with the bullets instead of reacting like 5 months later and then doing a backflip splash death after like you emptied the whole clip, or they're just teleporting on you, or you know. But the reason I think it's rush is because like simple stuff like melee combat and vaulting is not in the game. No, that I guess that's less rush and that's more like not playtesting. Because if you play this game, you would be like, oh, we should be able to vault. Vaulting is the next progression. And you cannot vault. So I think it's less. I think nobody play tested it. I think Fantastic just threw the volunteers a bone and said, "Hey, code that bone," and then took it back and then implemented it, and then just kept on feeding them bones. And oh yeah, can we talk about the keypad cracker? Yeah, I saw this. How? So you okay? We're gonna do a little experiment real quick. I'm gonna go to AI and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, four. So let's just ask a little question real quick. Okay, so the question is, how many combinations of numbers can you get out of a four-digit combination? Let's just guess, because guys, we don't got the code. There's no way for you to find the code. From what I know, there are 10. If the number's from 0 to 9, and there is a 10 optional for each digit, there are 10,000 combinations. 10,000 combinations. First of all, there is no reason for you to turn off the alarm because they don't attract zombies. Second of all, there's alarms going off anywhere. If you think a player's going to be like, oh, I hear an alarm, what about the other 30 alarms you hear around you? They're not even, it's going to get drowned out by so many alarms, they're not even going to know what's going on. So the alarm system is pointless. It's sad. It's sad. Guys, you should have heed my warning. Some of you did. Some of you watched back from far. I wouldn't have got this game even for like the memes, the review, the lulls. First of all, it ain't gonna run on my PC. I gotta get a better PC. I know, no. Especially this shitty game. But I don't. I feel like just being in this like environment is gonna just make my brain turn to mush. Now, how to fix this? Because I gotta, every time I talk bad about a game, I gotta give it. If Fantastic was still, well, they said they rebrand. Some other companies, some other publications said they were rebranding, but I feel like I don't think they're rebranding. I think it's the whole. They're probably rebranding, but they're not gonna touch it. I don't. If they come back, all right. Let's just talk about how to fix it. I don't care about the rebranding. They say they say they're disbanding. Another publication saying they're just changing the name to Three Dots. what the fuck is three dots? Yeah. All right. So the way to fix this is to first. All right. The first thing I would do is get rid of the alarms and get rid of the annoyances. So the alarms, they're pointless for right now. You can implement them later the right way. Fix the lag and netcode with zombies. Fix performance so you can have actual hordes, at least like some good hordes, so you could be chased around like 20 zombies. Melee combat is necessary. Uh, Not melee weapons, just punching with your fist, butting your gun, whatever. Vaulting, necessary, obviously. And then I would show how many people's on the player numbers, and if they're lying, then actually do what you said and make an open world. Well, it's an extraction shooter right now. You can't retool it to open world without like doing major like. I would just keep it extraction shooter and keep on lying to people and saying like it's open world, even though it's not. And I would have more like open world aspects, like add more random events. Like Cyberpunk has random firefights, random car chases, random drive-bys. Random people want to fight you. If you pull out a gun at too many citizens, one of them might pull out a gun and shoot you, stuff like that. So, like, can we have cars blowing up? Some more buildings being opened up. Um, no more fetch quests, or at least not that many. Let's have like go to this place and it spawns a car and anybody can take the car or transport this in the car and then everybody can see where you're at on the car. So if you don't want to, intercept your transport or capture a zombie for studying, so you got to lower him like some fucking witch from Minecraft. You turn a witch or wait, was it a witch? I know it's like a regular a zombie villager and back into a regular like stuff like that. Make the world do something else. You know what I mean? Like it's boring. Have a helicopter evac at one of the tallest towers, and and it has the best loot. Some tilted towers type shit. Like one way in, one way out. Uh, just spruce up. That's the first thing I do. I call it update. We finally got a fucking brain, and we know how to make a game. Version 3. It's like, come on. So I. This is just me. This is just me reminding everybody that I told you so. I was right, and I'm cool, that's just how it is. I could call these I could spot these scams from a mile away. Yeah, I needed a little nudge because if this game wasn't popping, I wouldn't even like it wouldn't have been on my mind. But it's just bad. I don't even know if there are flashlights in the game. They show a flashlight in this trailer. I didn't see a flashlight remembering a flashlight. And I guarantee this is not multiplayer because the zombies are not lagging their minds out. And you see how in this trailer there's not no hordes. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this. Right? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.